Now, why did we pair this with chocolate?
So what we did was I went over to an artisanal sort of chocolatier, and we've chosen some chocolates that sort of has the initial base or primary flavors that Ronzicap has. So what we're going to do with and how food and anything you pair with them, how it works basically, it's an overstimulation of one sensation on your palate to sort of escalate other sort of flavors.
All right.
So what we're going to do, what we obviously, like I mentioned earlier on, we found the rich fruits. So we found milk chocolate and passion fruit sort of with that chocolate well put together. What you find with this is a pistachio crusted chocolate, also milk chocolate, and then obviously a orange scented ganache.
Oh my goodness, all the flavors I love.
Yeah, so the flavors are basically sort of just described to you right now. We're going to sort of overstimulate our palates with that flavor, and when you sip the Ronzicapa, essentially to bring out the secondary and tertiary flavors that you might not have picked up, essentially when you tasted it the first time.
I would normally think that chocolate's going to go with rum, but let's give this a go. Which one are we trying first?
I would love you to try the orange ganache first.
And look how pretty this is. I'm just going to show our audience here.
Oh, no problem.
It's like beautiful autumn leaves on that chocolate.
Taking you back to that winter place.
Yes, going back to Canada. All right, now what must I just
so
go
what
for
I
it?
want you to do, I want you to add a little bit of water to the rum first.
Okay.
So we're going to do that quickly. And then while we tailor the rum with a little bit of water, it's basically in a bottle of spirit in South Africa, that is. It's comes out at a minimum of 43% alcohol by volume.
All right.
So essentially in this bottle, you house 43% alcohol.
Yeah.
So 43% of the flavor in this bottle is essentially alcohol.
Okay.
So what we do now is add a little bit of water. It actually tailors that alcohol level a little bit lower. What it does is it gives you a beautiful platform to actually sort of discover the beautiful flavors that is on Ronzicapa.
All right, are you going to have a chocolate?
I definitely will have
Okay.
a chocolate.
Let's
So I want
do
you to
this.
take a little sip first.
Okay.
Essentially it's softer now, but more of that spicier tones coming through.
Yeah, this-
that vanillas and cinnamon
Cinnamons,
flavors. Yeah, amazing. Take a bite of the chocolate now.
Okay. You know, this is bad. I'm on a diet.
I've been trying it for the last couple of years. It hasn't worked
Right.
for me. Beautiful orange scented ganache. Take a sip of the Ronzicapa. What you find in the Ronzicapa now is this beautiful spicy note sort of bursting out of the glass.
Yeah. It's
And
very interesting how this tailored to the chocolate. The flavor changed very much to match this chocolate.
And that's exactly what I described earlier on. Basically, an overstimulation of one flavor on your palate to allow for sort of an escalation of another flavor, a secondary or tertiary flavor. Take another sip of the chocolate. Put the chocolate down. Take another sip of the Ronzicapa.
Okay. So that was the orange one. I really like that one so far.
And the balance it creates on your palate is that beautiful sort of spicy tones, that sweet, rich flavors to the back end, and the sort of flirt of orange zest now on your palate.
I actually don't usually like orange-infused chocolate, but that was very nice.
It is amazing.
All right, let's go on to the pistachio. This
It's
is,
more interesting looking than the
Yes.
other one we tried.
it looks like a little green,
Sort of Mars ball.
a little ball from space, but I'm sure it's going to be delicious.
So obviously this is also sort of milk chocolate. It's been crusted with pistachio nuts. Essentially, when we tasted and nosed it first, we found the beautiful nutty aromas.
Yes.
What we're going to do now is sort of take a bite of this.
Okay, here we go.
And pistachio is one of my personal favorites.
Me too.
Flavors. Like nuttiness, the backdrop of the sort of clove type sort of spiciness to the chocolate itself. Sip the Zacapa again. What you find in the Zacapa now is that citrus flavors we didn't really taste early on, is sort of elevated now. And that beautiful sort of raisiny sweetness.
Well, I found the sweetness definitely came out because
Yeah.
the pistachio chocolate wasn't that sweet.
No,
So it was a
definitely
perfect
not.
blend.
So, and you find the nuttiness sort of slightly masked on your palate now. Yeah, definitely elevates that sort of raisiny dried fruit characters that commonly found in my mom's Christmas cake.
Yeah, mine too. Cheers to that.
Cheers.
Now with the last one, what kind of
So
chocolate is
it's
this?
milk chocolate.
Milk chocolate. Has
Outer.
little red dots in it.
Yeah, so it's basically passion fruit.
Ooh! Everyone,
very rich
everyone we
fruity
pick up, I
flavors,
say
yeah.
it's my favorite.
So basically, you want to take another bite of the chocolate?
Okay.
Amazing sort of passion fruit flavors bursting out of the chocolate now. Beautiful sort of runny scented.
That is divine.
It is divine.
Let's see how
It's decadent.
this changes the flavor.
Take a sip.
That's my favorite combination.
The sweet. What you find in the rum now, that it's raisiny sweet, as we picked picked up earlier on with the pistachio, sort of slightly sort of tailored down, giving a larger platform for that spicier notes once again to come out in perfect balance, obviously, with that rich sweetness that sort of passion fruit brings over to the flavor profile.
So if we're at home, we can find different sweets that match the flavor profile in Ranzikapa.
I would say if you sort of tailor a pairing with Ranzikapa or any other spirit, essentially what you want to do is look into the natural flavors of the rum, essentially the primary flavors, and then try to sort of overstimulate your palate with that primary flavor, sort of bring out the other sort of secondary and tertiary flavors from the beautiful rum.
Well, I definitely have a different way to enjoy my rum now. But before I let you go, I really want you to explain to me about this beautiful band around the bottle.
Okay.
It's very
So obviously Ranzikapa is from Guatemala, but they don't only just take from the land because they use beautiful virgin sugarcane honey to basically make Ranzikapa, and not molasses, which most rum brands basically use to sort of distill their spirit with. The band sort of speaks to how Ranzikapa gives back to the community. So in Guatemala currently, this is called the Petate Band. So there's our women over in Guatemala that weave this band. Each band is hand woven for each and every bottle, and a proportion of the bottle sales actually goes back into the community as community upliftment, basically.
Bradley, thank you so much for bringing this pairing in.
Absolute pleasure.
It was so delicious. Let's just cheers to that.
Cheers.